We know that Dana White dreams of John Jones getting locked in a room with other men. And we know that he has nightmares of McGregor never coming back to fight in the octagon again. My nightmare was that my mic would break, and that happened today. I've been trying to fix this bitch for 30 minutes. So now I'm going over every UFC champion's nightmare matchup because I've had to live mine today. Fuck this. Dana better make some of these happen. There's only two of them that I really do think are safe. There's a couple that I think will probably beat the guy that I throw at him today. But in total, there are two that I do think they're going to wipe their division for a little bit. They're all good. And then after that, there are two. Yeah, what the fuck, man? I'm starting with the tiny guys, the 125ers, the Lumen flyweight division. Current champion Alejandro Pantoja's nightmare would be Brandon Moreno, but they fought so many times and they're always such phenomenal fights. He's learned so much about him at this point. It's going to be a close fight. There's not going to be a first round finish between those two guys. I think you've got to give him somebody new, somebody fresh into the fire, somebody he has never seen before, and that is the new guy, Tatsuro Taira. He is absolutely phenomenal with 5 KOs, 7 submissions, 8 finishes in the first round, and he's got 15 or 16 wins, undefeated, coming. He's on a fucking steam train. Half of his wins, half or more of his wins are coming by first round finish. He's got 5-5 when it comes to finishes. He's got full player. Flyweight has a lot of guys who are really, really in basketball. I'd call them positional. You know, that's my sport, but I'm gonna say they're specialty guys. Like Kai Kara France has some of the best striking I can watch. I love watching him. I think he's got some of the cleanest, most effective striking on the planet. I thought Steve Erceg was going to beat Pantoja. Thought he was going to beat Kai Kara France. Thought it was going to be all. Nah. They both proved me wrong, and I'm okay with that. I almost wrote Erceg as the nightmare matchup, but I think Kai Kara France really. Well, I just spit everywhere. I think Kai Kara France might have shook his confidence with that step overhand that he killed him with. DJ retired, not coming back to the UFC, so I don't really see anyone other than possibly Moreno. Royval's not going to do it. Royval's going to get ragdolled on the ground. Wrestling and jiu-jitsu of Pantoja are too great. Flyweight division's probably on lockdown unless Tatsuro can get it done. Go up a division, and the champion is not safe. Merab might have just won. He's not going to defend his belt against O'Malley next. O'Malley already said he's going to be out 7 to 9 months. I think he's got a torn or damaged labrum. Holy fuck. So he's not going to be getting an immediate rematch. I do think Umar is the next guy up. He 50-45 Corey, who I at least thought was going to. I don't know, man. Umar's dominant. Umar's crazy. So you got to give him Merab. And I think he's just a more offensively effective Merab. Instead of going stuck to those fucking. He was grabbing O'Malley, just throwing those knees at him. Nah, dude. Umar's going to stand up with you, give you some fucking nuts. He outstruck Corey Sandhagen for 5 rounds. Like, that's. I think Corey's the same exact level, if not a better level. I think a better level than Sean O'Malley as far as striking is concerned. I think he's the best striker at 135. So for Umar to just dominate him, and obviously the wrestling's there. That's why Corey was so concerned. That's why he was so scared to throw the. I can't blame him. You know, he's going to get manhandled. You throw a flying knee, you're going to get suplexed by a fucking light skinned Dagestani. You know, he he learned the German suplex at 4 years of age. They didn't go to kindergarten, they went to wrestling class. By the time they hit middle school, he was a Greco-Roman world champion or some shit. I don't know, dude. He probably, when they can't wrestle bears yet, they're still tiny children, he probably practices on, like, apes. Like, they're insane. I don't know that Umar is going to lose that belt once he gets it, but he's not the champion right now, so I can't say the champion's safe. Obviously, he could get channed. Happens to, like, Islam got channed before, but we'll get to him later. Buckweight, featherweight. God, I don't like Ilia Topuria. Max Holloway is an absolute demon. I hope he takes his head off with 600 plus strikes. I need it. I need it soon. I need it sooner than later. I need it immediately. I'd give my soul for it. I don't like Topuria for the things he did to Volk. I would say Volk is the nightmare matchup, but that he's got to be. I want to see Volk like healthy and happy before I want to see Volk in the octagon. You know, as much as I love him, but like I'm not even going to talk about him right now. I want him to just go do his thing, live a little life. Shout out my Goonies cup. I gotta take a sip. I'm fucking stressing. Um, but now if Max isn't the guy to get it done, The featherweight division, like I was talking about, flyweight has a lot of guys who I just like. Yair Rodriguez absolutely could not get on the ground with um, Ilya. It'd be disgusting. This, I don't think, I don't know, and we're not going to get into that. We're just going to get the matchup. The only guys I think Josh Emmett has the power to keep Ilya respectful on the feet, and he's really good on top. He's a great wrestler. He can get top control, hold it for a while. He's not great off his back. So if Ilya starts getting dominant control, full mount, rear naked choke position, I don't think it's going to go well. But Josh Emmett is a short, stout, strong motherfucker. Like he definitely has heavier hands than Elo, but Ilya, my homie says Ela, and it's fucking, I can't stop saying it now. He's got heavier hands than Ilya, but that's the only thing he's definitely got over him. But it's enough to where like you've got to respect it. I think if he's able to keep him at range for the first 2 or 3 rounds and find a KO shot, that's it. But if it goes past 3, Josh Emmett's getting cooked. Um, and then the only other guy is Sterling, but Aljamain Sterling needs at least 2 more victories. He just pulled out of his fight in October with what the fuck is his name? Alphabet Soup guy. Aljamain really was dominant in his performance against Calvin Kattar. I mean, just wrestle fucked him. And when he was on the feet, he showed he had power at 145. Looked really good, really strong, really clean. Um, Obviously, I'm glad he pulled out of his fight. He's going to fight healthy. I want to see guys fight healthy. I don't want to see him be hurt and fucking risk their record and championship opportunities. But if Aljamain can string together like 2 or 3 wins, I do think he's going to be a dominant featherweight. Um, and he's really good off his back. He's really unorthodox. So I think he would have given a decent matchup with Ilya, provided he learned from his matchup with Sean to keep his fucking hands in the air and not. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, dude, fucking chin out, elbows tucked. Boom. He got clapped. He got fucking murdered, and I really hope he learned from that fight because he's an unorthodox fighter. I'm not a huge fan of the guy. Like, there's just too much bullshit around him. I think Piotr Jan's a better fighter overall. That's all I'm going to say on his whole thing. But I think Josh Emmett gets killed unless he gets a decent shot that he lines up, and Aljamain needs like 2 or 3 wins. But Max takes his fucking head off. 600 plus strikes. Bet on it. Shout out my homie Will getting a little apartment tour right now. My fault, guys. Keep looking at my phone. Lightweight division. Conor McGregor's coming back. He's going to win the belt. It's going to be. No, I'm just fucking playing. Islam is unfortunately safe. The next in line is going to be Oliveira versus Chandler. Let's just be real. Whoever wins that fight is going to fight Islam next. I'm pretty sure Armin's suspension. I was about to say his sentence. That's just he's not going to fucking jail. Pretty sure Armin Sarukian's suspension got shortened because he had to go to like a little class or something. They made him fucking sign a piece of paper. Look at a YouTube video or something. The fan probably deserved it. I don't really even remember what happened, but if Armin Sarukian punches you, like there's most likely a reason. Um, Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler is probably going to be a banger. It's going to be the same thing as last time. Chandler's explosive ass. Unfortunately, I do think Michael Chandler could be the like nightmare for Islam, just in the terms of like the first 2 rounds Chandler would come out with would be so explosive. And Islam's got really good boxing, but it's not like the same level of boxing he's fought in other guys. The Poiriers he's fought. I even think Dan Hooker's got slightly better box. I mean, anyway. I think Chandler would do really, really surprisingly well for 2 rounds, just considering his raw strength, being able to match or almost match Islam. His explosiveness is able to get him off the cage in a lot of situations. But after 2 rounds, he's cooked. Islam would murder him. He's not going to be able to go 5 good rounds like Dustin did. Um, yeah, it's going to be bad. But I do think Oliveira was the nightmare matchup. He went in there with a fucking injured shoulder, got put in an arm triangle. Like, what'd you think was going to happen, gang? Um, yeah, that was a rough fight. And after that, he even lost to Sarukian. But you got to look. 2 of those rounds ended with Sarukian and chokes that he wasn't going to get out of. And if that's a 5 round fight, there's just abs. And I also struggle to give those rounds to Sarukian because he didn't do any, much. There wasn't. Yeah, he didn't beat Charles. He just kind of pointed him out. It was odd. I wasn't a big fan of that fight. I think scoring wise, you had to have given it to Sarukian, but Armin was losing the fight. It was odd. But I do think that the winner of Oliveira Chandler is going to get the next fight up. I think Poirier's not going to be fighting for the belt again. He's either going to fight Gaethje for the trilogy, um, which would be cool, but that doesn't get any of those guys anywhere. And I want to see Gaethje make a belt push before he gives in. Like I love Justin Gaethje. Yeah. Anyway, I think lightweight division is fucked because of Islam. This one is self-spoken. Welterweight division, Bilal Muhammad, Shavkat Rakhmanov's coming for you. He's a super patient fucking murderer. Tall, imposing stance. He's going to stand there, come at you. Those fucking long arms, pointy elbows, big meaty knees, and fat skull. Like it covers half his fucking continent, man. I mean, the way he's able to take damage, give it back, the way he dominated Stephen Thompson. Obviously, he's not a phenomenal grappler, but like we have seen Shavkat go strictly stand up with the guys that can't strike. You know, if they're, oh, I want to get this fight to the ground, you know, the fucking Paul Craigs of the world or whatever, they would get diced on the feet by the knees and range and power of those switch kicks. Like, Shavkat is no fucking joke, a Mongolian murderer. Like, this man is Genghis Khan's primary bloodline. He came from, like, Genghis Khan and a 6'3" fucking woman bench pressing my body weight 17,000 times in a row, one armed. Like, he's dominant. He doesn't look 170 pounds. I refuse to believe it. He looks damn near 205, at least 185. Like, I think Shavkat is coming for you, Bilal Muhammad. Simply. Oh yeah, I also forgot. I was supposed to talk. Going to cancel out a couple of guys. Jack Della Maddalena is the only other guy that I think is going to be making a push anytime soon. I don't think Leon's shit. I think Leon had one of the weirdest flukish runs in title history. Like, it's just sniper, but like, dude, you don't even try until you're getting your ass beat religiously bad, and you win like 45 seconds to 2 minutes of your fights maximum. Like, I'm not here for that. Yeah. No, I don't think Leon's making a push anytime soon. I don't think Jack Della Maddalena is making a push anytime soon, just for the fact that his striking won't be able to keep up. He was getting pieced up by Gilbert Burns. I want y'all to remember that he might have won this fight. Until he hit that knee on Gilbert, Gilbert was winning that fight. And I'm going to go rewatch it now just to make sure I'm not fucking tweaking. But Gilbert Burns was winning every single second of that fight up until he got kneed in his fucking cranial nerves, dude. He got fucked up. Shout out to Jack for being able to take the damage, come back. And it's not like Jack's a bad contender, but I just think Shavkat is an upgraded Jack Della Maddalena. And I think Bilal is able to get Jack on the ground better than he's able to dominate. You're not going to dominate Shavkat on the ground. You might be able to get him down, but he's comfortable there. Whereas Jack's going to want to get either back on top, which you're not going to do with Bilal, or he's going to want to get on the feet, which is going to be very difficult for him. I feel like this one might be my biggest take, but I also feel like there's going to be a handful of people out there who just really understand that the middleweight division champion, I don't know why I stopped right there, Dracus, Duplessis, not safe. Sean Strickland has a decent chance at beating him. I didn't think Adesanya was going to beat him. He did look okay, but I would have liked to see more kicks. It was odd. Um, and there's a bunch of guys like in between one and my ranked guy who I've got right over here, but Dracus has either beat them or beaten their fucking replica, their twins or whatever, or it's just a bad matchup for his. I think Kyle Barrio is going to do it. I think Kyle Barrio is going to be the guy that can piece together Dracus puzzle. Dracus do puzzle. Anyway, it's just that blitzing. It doesn't seem like Dracus has super clean striking or that he's super effective with it. Doesn't know where it's going, but he's just so athletic and willing to throw his stamina at you and capable of it. Even in the fifth round when he's dead tired and he's got nothing else, he is just throwing them shit overhand spam, you know. Um, and a lot of guys really want to get balls. They want to fight back with that, or they want to hit a huge counter, or they just, you know. I think Kyle Barrio is going to be willing to accept it being a longer fight. If it goes to the ground, he's going to be totally fine. He's a super strong 185er. Also looks like Shavkat could go up. Looks similar to Shavkat. Looks like he could go up a division like 205. But we saw it in the Cannonier fight. He was doing really well, and then Cannonier hit him with a couple big ones. Started piecing him. He got a break in between rounds. He survived. kept his hands up, guard. I mean, it was very smart defense. And when he got in between rounds, his coach told him what he needed to hear, and he absolutely adjusted. He's a very smart fighter, and that gym Fighting Nerds makes absolute fucking killers, dude. Silva, Charles Silva or Jordan Silva, whatever, dude, he's a fucking murderer. Gene Silva is what it is, bro. I mean, they make killers. Yeah, I'm really impressed with them. But I think Kyle was able to adjust really well in that fight. It showed that he can stand in there with somebody with crazy power. Dreykus's power looks different, and he doesn't have the power of Cannonier, but I'm sure throwing two shots as opposed to Cannonier's one killer. He showed that he's able to take big shots, is what I'm saying, and adjust to those big shots and still win the fight. The ref definitely had money. Herb Dean had money on Cannonier because why the fuck didn't he stop that fight? Um, I don't know, man. I think fighting nerds are going to have like two, if not three, champions in the next couple of years, dude. Ugh. Shout out Will again. Um, Light heavyweight division is a weird one to talk about because Magomed Ankalaev has definitely been offered this fight at least twice now because he got offered it the first time and declined it over Ramadan, and he's claiming him and his team are claiming they didn't get an offer the second time. They definitely did. I kind of refuse to believe that. I don't know if Magomed even wants to fight him at this point. I think Magomed and Alex Pereira would be a great fight, but I'm not going to put Magomed on here just for the fact that I know he's been offered this fight before. And I don't think it can be someone's nightmare matchup if you've been offered the fight and you were just like, eh. Like that's bro, fucking maximum aura decrease. There's no way. Alex is not scared of you. If he was, if he wasn't, he's not anymore, bro. That's the ultimate bitch shit right there. Um, Light heavyweight division is weak right now. I think Jan Blachowicz damn near, if not did, win the fight against Alex Ferreira. I do think he would have been, and nah, he definitely would have been my choice. I'm a big Blachowicz fan. I think he's got some of the most underrated power. Those fucking Polish punches. His fucking calves are just stick around when he kicks you, dude. He doesn't feel shit in his legs. Um, Cardio looked off that night for sure. I don't remember if they fought at elevation or anything, but I think Jan would be and could be a guy that could beat Alex. But after this, he just got another shoulder surgery, bro. He's had a bunch of surgeries, a bunch of injuries. He's getting a little bit older. Maybe that's why his cardio was decreased, short in camps, maybe. I don't really think he's going to be the guy to do it anymore. Alexander Rakic looks like a fucking human unit, but Yuri dominates him and Alex dominates Yuri, so that's just MMA math. They're all strikers, so it doesn't matter. Um, Khalil Roundtree is honestly a what if matchup. Like, what if he can get that big shot like a Dan Henderson type shit, but it's going to be Spartan kicking Alex in the ribs. And I don't want to see that. So I don't know. I really hope Alex gets this one done. The only guy I could see, we're not even going to talk about Paul Craig, first of all, but the only other guy I could see who could maybe do something. And this is going to sound stupid because I don't even really agree with it, but Nikita Krylov has fought Alexander Gustafsson. He won the fight by decision. He's damn dude. Did I write it down anywhere? He fought. There was like three guys on there. I was surprised to see that they fought already, but he's got 16 submissions. Um, Uzdemir was another one, and he's already we saw Uzdemir's been killing people lately, knocking everybody the fuck out. Super strong, dealt with power. And I'm pretty sure that was a decision, right? I just said already beat, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he took Uzdemir's power all the way through. Um, I don't know. I think he's one of the more complete guys, which is really all I was looking for. Someone who is capable of striking, but is looking and very capable of getting it to and finishing on the ground. I don't really see a lot of that in the light heavyweight division right now. Um, Johnny Walker is not one of the one if guys. That's just not happening. Anthony Smith is garbage. Dominic Reyes is old. There's not a lot going on over there. I would like to see a couple guys, maybe some of the heavyweights move down, or maybe a middleweight go up. Like, dude, imagine if Robert Whittaker just randomly decided I want to fight at 205. Like, I think that'd be insane. I wonder where he. I don't know. That was just the first guy I thought. Paulo Costa looks like he could easily go to 205. I don't know, but I would like to see a couple of guys move up, give a couple new matchups. I don't want to see Alex go back down to middleweight. So if John Jones retires, I don't know what to do because he's not going to go to heavyweight for anybody else. Didn't think about that till now. And then, like I said, there were two guys that were safe. Islam is what I think is one of them, and I think Tom Aspinall is one of them. I'm not even counting Jones. Jones is the world champion right now. Don't get me wrong, but he's going to fight Stipe and then he's going to retire, or he's going to fight John, or he's going to fight Tom afterwards, and Tom's going to win. It's one of the two. Um, Prime John Jones is manhandling the dog shit out of Tom Aspinall. It's not even close. John Jones is the goat. But Jones is old, and Tom's in his prime, and Tom is good. Tom is already looking like damn near one of the best heavyweights of all time. And a lot of people don't realize heavyweight division sucks. Like, it used to be that division. Yeah, it used to be deep, but none of these guys were like all time stupid level greats. I think three defenses is the most that the belt's ever had. And I every Stipe fight I watch, I'm just like, like it's cool, you know. I think Daniel Cormier, if he would have stayed at heavyweight for a long time, could have just been the fucking champion. Could have just dominated everyone. I think Cain Velasquez really could have had. I think Cain Velasquez could have been a little more dominant. I don't know. I got to go back, do some old head studies and see why he really wasn't. But the heavyweight division is literally up for grabs. If you fuck around and just get like four defenses or win the belt three times or something, you fucking lose it, drop, lose it, drop. You're gonna be there's a gnat flying around. I'm gonna murder it. I think Aspinall safe. I think Aspinall safe. The jiu-jitsu, the wrestling, the athleticism, the willingness. He took a big shot already. Like we've seen a little bit of a chin. I think he's good. If I had to say there was a champion who was going to lose his belt first, I'd probably say Dreykus. Just for the fact that when you watch his fights, you can't really understand how he's winning them. They don't really look great. You know, it's odd. Other than that, I'd say maybe Merab's dominant, but Umar's crazy. I really do think Umar's going to win that fucking belt. But Merab's amazing. I don't think he's going to lose his belt willingly. I think he's going to be a very fighting champion. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys for being here. Sorry for the fucking audio quality, bro. Please roast me in the comments. It'll be great for the algorithm. Please, dude. Please. Who funniest comment? I'll do a whole video of them going through the funny comments. But this motherfucker doesn't work anymore. I'm gonna order a microphone so that you don't have to listen to my fucking toilet bowl audio anymore. But literally, I expect like 40 comments down below just being like roast the shit out of it. Go for it. Or you can let me know what you thought about the matchups, the nightmare matchups, who the dream matchups are. Let me know what you think about the current champions. Are they going to dominate? How long are they going to be around? But regardless, thank you for being here. I'm Dustin. I'm high as shit. And I'm going to go to work now. Love you guys.